Hello.
Hi, yeah.
That was quick. Live. That we are live very fast. Hello.
Yes.
You're all very well.
It's like, whoa, live.
All right, here we go. Hey,
Hi,
Lisa.
everyone.
Hey, hi, Ronald.
Happy Friday.
Oh, yes, everybody. Happy Friday. Prince Charming's mom's here. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Pat S. Beautiful to see you all.
Semi.
I know that I saw some questions. Some people don't know Mary, so we can take a moment and introduce Mary. Mary, you want to tell people like what you do and a little bit about you so they know?
Sure. So I've been a professional reader now for, I would say, just under 20 years now. Actually, Debbie was a former student with me, so it was nice. So now it's kind of nice to be able to read with her. I actually do quite a few things. So psychic, medium, but I also read aura. So that's primarily kind of what I do. But I'm a relationship coach, so dating relationship coach. And so been doing that for a long time. And I actually teach. So I teach about everything, all metaphysics, crystals, I don't know, tarot, mediumship, auras, you name it. I teach it. I teach what I love. So,
yep. And you guys need to, if you haven't, please check out her Facebook. I may have your Facebook stuff because you can catch, she offers all sorts of learning opportunities for us all.
Yeah, so I have a membership, and then I also if you're not in the membership, you can also join the class if you want, just as a single class. So it's always fun. I just really love it. And when I read, I'm what's considered a retrocognizant, so I can go back in time and look at what's going on. Today, I'll be looking at your aura primarily, telling you what color you are today, because the aura generally, it fluctuates with moments. Your life color is totally different. That generally does not change, but we're not going to do life colors today. And then what I thought I would do is kind of take a look at your energy centers, the main 7 energy centers, and kind of see what's going on. Primarily, I kind of already know, but I thought that would be kind of a nice thing today. So what you can learn from an aura, though, is kind of where anybody is physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And within the chakras, which the aura emanates from, you can learn a lot about someone's energy field. And this is why we call it a reading. I also do a little bit of training when I'm with Debbie, something just pops out. So never always the teacher. So yeah, I can't
always the teacher. It's literally you guys. So what is your Facebook page called?
It's called Tarot Training and More.
Tarot Training and More. Okay, so.
Yeah, so nice to see everybody here. And there's Lisa. We have Scott Allen. Hello, Scott Allen. I watched your show. It's fun. Clarence Fields. Dawn, hello. Nice to meet you. See you. Of course, we have Lucienne. Couldn't do it without her. Gma.
Okay, scroll.
Yes, if you want reading, I think it's you let Lucienne know, and then she can put you on the list.
All right, so here's the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the comments. I missed everybody coming in because I've been working on that. Hi, Sonia.
Clarence is just watching.
Okay. Hi, Clarence. Oh, Clarence just hanging out. Okay. Hi, Clarence.
So Greeter TK just wants to watch today. Okay, cool.
Hi, Greeter. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Absolutely. Hey, Brenda. How are you?
Don Scott. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday.
Yep. TGIF.
Moss here. Pammy. Awesome, you guys. Okay. An overall message. I feel I've been getting a lot from others, as well as, you know, some of my own as this energy this week. It's been okay, but if you guys have been noticing that you have been not sleeping well, like a lot of dreams, waking up tired, that kind of thing, or extra like emotional during the day, like, crying for no reason, or of course we all have a reason, but you know what I'm saying, just extra. If you're crying,
reason.
cry.
I feel you, sister. I mean, it's been rough. I'm telling you, it's all the plan.
Yeah. So it's all what Spirit told me about it, because I kind of sat with it today, because I had some people that I was addressing this with, and what Spirit was saying is, it's basically we're in a pressure cooker right now, because we no longer are allowed to put things under the carpet. And not only are we not allowed to hide things under the carpet anymore, Spirit's pulling stuff out that we've placed under there. So we're under this pressure cooker. So things will be moving, and not only things in our current life, but our past life stuff too. We get the opportunity to clear some of that out and get deeper understanding. So, and some of that happens and we don't even have to know about it. So that's why you're waking up tired, because you've been working all night on this healing with your angels and Spirit and stuff. So bringing that healing in. So you're not alone, guys. And it is a real deal.
Yes, it is. And Mercury's in retrograde.
And that also helps.
People get really affected with it. We just had the tail end of the full moon, which was beautiful, by the way. And then right after that, then we had Mercury retrograde. So, it's been really impactful for a lot of people. The week before that everyone was tired. I was really fatigued, and I thought that's really weird. But the more I checked it out, like everybody was. But you're totally right. I mean, it's just crazy. We're all adjusting. Just when we thought, Debbie, that things were going to mellow out, right, girl? It says no.
Oh, heck no. Nope. But it's a good opportunity, guys. I know that it can be rough and frustrating at times, but it's going to be so much better in the end.
Absolutely. Retrogrades are cool. I mean, if you look at it, it's asking us to look rebirth, all the RE, right? We're going to, sometimes it's a reunite, so all the exes from Texas come out. So just so you're aware of that, you can clear out if you want to, or go back. A lot of people, they get knocks on their door and they just show up, right? That's very common with relationship stuff. But it gives us a chance to rebirth, reboot, revisit, and clear stuff out. You know what? Because there's only one way to go, forward. You can't go back, right?
We do not fit in yesterday.
No, we do not. Those boots are too old, and we don't want to. It's like that clothing used to fit in when you were 16, right?
Right.
Suck it out, because you ain't going to go back there, girl.
No, that's not going to happen, guys.
No, it's not going to, unless something really odd happens. But yeah.
So,
some Prince Charming's mom was born into retrograde. A lot of people who were born under retrograde don't get really affected. I was too.
No, it's a better time for them. Like things happen in good. Like if you're a real estate agent and you were born in retrograde, you're going to sell a bunch of houses during retrograde. So you always set it up that way. Yeah.
Really cool. And now is a good time. Inventory's down. What can I say?
Yeah.
Diego, we don't have any products, so we're looking. If you're going to sell your house now, it's a good time. So it's all good.
I love it. So I'm going to pull just one card to go along with that message. See what comes in for us.
Okay. Very cool. There's a real estate question.
And while I'm doing this, a little housekeeping. We love hearts. Send us hearts. Do hearts in your chat, but please use any heart color but red, because Lucian uses the red to highlight the questions for us to see. So any hearts, any color hearts but red, and if you do put your if you're asking for a reading, then we are assuming that you are giving us permission to give you everything that we receive. And also, if Mary does feel if she hears that she needs to step into your energy for healing, that also is permission. So if you don't give permission for those things, let Lucienne know now. We're going to be assuming that.
Because the aura tells all. It's like a shiny ball, right? It's a shiny ball. It's better than an 8 ball. What can I say?
All right. So the card coming in is surrender to the beauty of the natural world. And not only stepping into just really when you're in the now and you can look around what is beautiful, because we get so caught up in everything, especially during this time. Like I said, pause, breathe, look at a tree, look at something, and step into the beauty of something natural. Okay. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. Now I know Scott is probably going, I'm not stepping outside. It's negative 15 degrees right now. I'm sure you can find something beautiful in it, Scott. Love it.
And as I say in magic, we're always looking for the beauty in everything, and every portion of what we see. If you look deep enough, there's something positive. Even when there's a transition, death, things are falling apart. The tower never always means it's horrible. I actually did a video on good or bad cards. I can't remember if I've released it yet, but not all cards are bad for some people. I don't believe there are good and bad cards. I believe everything's subjective.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's led to interpretation. But for some people, you know what? It's time for a divorce, and tower card comes, and guess what? You get you get to build a brand new tower in a whole different way. That might even be better. Right?
That's right. I feel like I always say that when you get a tower, don't worry, it's going to the tower falls apart, but it falls into place.
Yes, absolutely. A tower moment. We don't really like those because those are challenging, but you know what? It's going to happen anyway. So you might as well go, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Dreams have been really weird lately too. I woke myself out of this morning. I was like, I'm not dreaming that dream.
Yeah.
You just wake up and you go, I'm not having that dream today.
I know. They've been so crazy.
Like, why would I want that dream?
But know that some of those dreams that we're having, and like I said earlier, some of those dreams are past life stuff that we're taking care of right now.
Well, I think it's crazy to address it. I was like, I'm not dealing with that today. I want to be in a good mood today. I don't know. It's some weird thing. I was like, I don't want to do that today. I think it was about, the other day I had a dream about dogs. I'm like, because we're about ready to get another puppy.
Yes.
So, but it's my sons. It'll be my sons, but, anyway.
Hi, PMG. Welcome.
Yes. Hello and welcome, everybody.
Welcome. All right. So I feel like we're at a good point to get started.
Absolutely.
And on our list. Hi, T-Barb. Welcome. Rochelle. Hi. Lisa loves animals.
We have Sonia Ray Lee. Oh, Lisa loves animals. Hey, how are you? PMG.
Aw, no worries, Lisa.
And Susan Bain. Hey, Susan. Welcome, everybody.
Love it.
And Scott saying about Sex Midwest this week. I would not be able to deal with a cold. I think I don't like cold weather at all. I'm freezing all the time anyway, so it would be a hot mess right there for me. So I give you guys credit that live in the Midwest because it's tough.
And it's like a prolonged thing. Not just a few days. It's like
I want
really long time.
And leave it. I don't want to be in it. I would not do well in it. I'm a beach person.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just trying to explain today, I'm from, I lived in San Diego over 50 years. This is all new to me. Any type of freezing weather, cold weather. In fact, I'm going to turn off my heater right now. Now I'm getting hot.
Well, I keep mine on most of the time, Debbie. I know it's terrible. My husband's like, the electric bill is really high. And I'm like, really? They suck a lot of energy, those little heaters. You don't know.
I know those little heaters. I know. And I just have it right in this little room because we don't know.
But, it's like, I'm like, well, whatever, I got to have it. So.
Yeah. No, it's miserable when you're cold.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys.
All righty, we going? Okay, so a love reading. Is that a general love reading for Pandora? I like the name.
I know, me too. Pandora. Ooh.
Love reading. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on here.
I'll get my new love cards out that.
All right. So your chakra today, your color for your aura is orange today. So let's see what else is going on. Where is this affected? I'll give you a little information about kind of what area needs a little bit of TLC. Solar plexus. So solar plexus is usually about a seat of will or confidence, something like that. So I don't know what happened 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years ago. It feels, or February, but it feels like maybe a couple of weeks ago. Did something shift in your area of romance, because you're asking this question? So it may or may not apply to that. So auras, the orange auras are kind of people who like to be out in the environment and like to be around people a lot. So they like to be in situations where they kind of feel stimulated and alive. So they're more kind of the thrill seeker energy. But does that make any sense to you, that too? I keep getting that. It keeps blaring. So if that makes any sense to you, let me know.
She said, I met someone a few days ago.
Oh, so it's 2 days ago. Okay, here we go.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. So, so you want to know what that's like, or no? She's just asking a general question, but well, you opened the door, which is good, because I feel a little frightened doing it. To be honest, when I'm in your energy, I'm like a little bit like, this is fun, but my heart's beating like fast, of a little bit nerves. So, but I commend you. If you're dating, I think it can be exhilarating, but also it can be, it can be challenging at times. So, but it's all good. Okay. So, starting off a little bit reversed, to Ace of Swords comes up reversed on this, though. So, I don't know if you're thinking this might be a good idea to date in general, since your question is kind of a love reading. It is reversed, though. So, again, sometimes it's just a mindset, especially if you've had relationships in the past that have been, not optimum, or you feel like, what's interesting about dating is it always goes back to kind of how you feel secure in dating, right? So you might have the energy, I'm feeling you might have the energy of nervous dating, which is waiting for the shoe to drop. And doing that, unfortunately, what happens is that, you kind of draw partners who actually do that. So it's kind of like, it's a mirror of what it is. So not always know that everyone's not going to always do that to you. But so there might be a little bit of a thought, I don't want to start this, or if I start this, it's always also like an avoidant factor in there. Maybe you have a little bit of avoidance. So I'm going to get out, or I want my freedom. That's really what the avoidance is, but I'm going to get out before I get burned. So it's like treading lightly. I think that's what this is about. But you know what? I just say dating is a discovery game. You just got to discover who, and there's not just one soulmate. I think that's a misnomer, but people like to throw the word soulmate around. But I think just have fun with it, right?
And I'm gonna have to. I totally agree with that. It's the message coming in for you, Pandora. It's kind of like just go with the flow, or don't push the river. Let it play out naturally. All those kind of sayings is important. I feel. That there is a little bit of hesitancy you're on your part. You're like, whoa, how do I, you have some defensive moves there because of past hurts. And, but anyways, I do see that you did meet someone. This is someone that's already come in, and it's manifesting and building, but it's a slow build. It's something that, a pentacle, a page, it's slow moving, but it progressively moves forward. So it's kind of allowing it to play out naturally. You do have this is where it kind of comes in. It's like, standing your ground, being who you are. You're in a good position here to kind of accept what you want and push away what you don't.
Absolutely.
And
Show me the hand, right?
the what? Yeah.
Show me the hand. Stand back.
Yeah. Stand up. So it's in your hands. This whole beginning of this love journey that you're on. You have total power and control over it, is what I'm seeing with the King of Pentacles. There are a lot of pentacles here.
So grounding, maybe some grounding energy.
A lot of grounding. And this, I feel it.
Black Madonna.
Ooh, yeah.
And this is about, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love, like just what we were talking about, right? So,
So I feel like a lot of this is, I got 0 cups in here. No cups in this whole reading, all pentacles. So I feel like there's some, between your heart and your mind, there's there's a little bit of a struggle because of past. So it's important to take a look at some of that. This is with the Hierophant coming in there. She's wanting to bring in some healing for you, some spiritual healing and healing in general for you.
And if you look at the Hierophant, so I mean, if you look at the Hierophant in the Rider standard Rider Waite, that's the Papist that's standing there with her two below. They're below her. You are always the chooser in this relationship stuff. You just have to remember that it's always just discovery. And as you go through and you discover how things work for you, sometimes we get triggered and we think it's not going to work out. But you just have to remember sometimes it's a trigger that just comes up. And if you can realize that, you give the relationship chance to breathe, right? So I usually see around the 3-month mark, that's when women just want to, is this working out? It says the relationship doesn't have legs yet. It just doesn't. And at that point, you don't know, you don't know. All right, let's look at the comment.
And the last card coming in is the 8 of Pentacles. Yet again, another pentacle. And it's just kind of like working, allow it to play out naturally. It's doing that groundwork, mulling it out. I think overall we're getting time for a little bit a deeper understanding and bringing in. I'd like to see some temperance feel to this, a little more ebb and flow from your heart to your mind and stuff. So kind of doing some research on that inner work with that.
And with the 8 of Pentacles, of course, that's always just like pounding out the same thing, right? So if there could be some behavior codes that maybe, this gives us a chance to work on ourselves. That's really what dating is. It's discovery, not only about the other person, but for yourself. So there's a couple people talking about dating in here, that it's hard out there. It is hard out there dating, and it's not for everybody, so. And
I like what Mary said is, have fun. It's in your hands. I mean, the power is in your hands. Have some fun. But also be aware of some spiritual work and some healing for yourself.
Absolutely. So, someone said, Lori says, I'd rather have a dog.
Lori C, yeah. Lori C too.
That's
Amen.
Okay. Careful what you wish for, right?
Hi, Book Bewitched. Welcome. Good to see you.
Welcome, everybody.
All right, Scott Allen.
What's interesting with that orange aura, right? When the orange is out, that's a real vibrant color. So, that's not like a hiding color. So there's a sense of being now available for that. So there's a part of you that really, I think, is ready for that. And, yet it's not bright red. Reds tend to really be out there and push themselves out. So, but enjoy yourself. Scott Allen, what is going on with my connection to Beth? Okay. Beth is the SO, a significant other. Do you know?
No, it's a friend. I know. It's someone we in this community that we kind of. It would be. I think he would be more asking the question like, is there a past life connection here?
Okay.
What like that. Thank you, greeter. Blessings to you.
So I feel like whatever happened, there's a 3 around it. So 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, or 3 years, or in March, something might have shifted around the relationship. I see actually a spying glass. I'm just going to see what this is. It's symbolic of something. So to me, it's kind of I think what it is like taking a closer look at what's really going on in the relationship. I feel, I don't know. I feel a sense of sadness around her, to be honest with you. So it might be like she's feeling more introverted or not feeling part of the group. So I don't know if I feel like a pulling back energy when I'm in there in her energy. So so that might be the shift that you've noticed. And you know her too, Debbie?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I don't know if that makes any sense to you or not.
She does a lot of work with extraterrestrial our space friends, space friends, ETs. Yeah. She's here with us.
Oh, is she? Okay, cool.
Beth Galactica.
Oh, there you go, Galactica. She's a Galactica girl. Okay, Galaxy girl. All right. Just pull a card around it.
Yeah.
I just got in. Remember, I said pulling away or introspective. Here, guess what came up? Hermit card.
Wow. Yep. I'm getting a lot of swords. It's funny because when I was first tapping in, I was kind of saying, okay, so where's the connection here? What is it? And I really feel like possible the past life connection would be warring side by side. And then I got a lot of swords.
Well, she's the Empress. Well, you know what? This is someone who is sitting on the seat of manifestation for whatever. And if it's ETs, then that's look at the zodiac, of course.
Right.
So that's her placement right there. Communication placement with that. I think that brings a lot of fulfillment to her. Not a lot of people are into the kind of that ET zone. I was introduced to it by, one of the girls in the group that we had before. So before I wasn't a big believer in that, but she really opened my eyes to that. And so,
we're divorced.
Yeah, very cool. Oh, you're divorced. Okay.
No. They're not. He's saying he feels like they maybe had a divorce at some point.
Oh,
in some life. Yeah, he's just
okay.
We've never met in person, but I do see also that this kind of like a pulling away. I feel more that it's kind of taking that time to harness understanding and the energy surrounding her connection with our space friends, our space family, and but getting a deeper understanding of that, unique to her. But I see coming together and uniting here. So we have the Six of Wands and the Page of Cups there coming in. So it just finding that commonality there, finding that balance, finding that commonality. I have the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords as well coming in. So there's a lot of a lot of chaos with the energy with our ET family, and the connection and making that connection. But I feel like it's going to open up. But just you guys, in deeper understanding and through Scott's question, I feel like it doesn't have to. We need to get out of our heads a little bit and allow it a natural process, because we're trying to understand something that we cannot put language to. And so it creates this. So I feel like,
so do a lot of people have issues with ETs? Is that what's kind of going on? Is there a judgment thing about it? Because the judgment card came up on it. A lot of people I know there's a lot of people that don't understand them. So is it, I don't actually think there's anything going on, to be honest with Sirius. I just think that, maybe it's just a not understanding and there might be judgment. So around that, you know what I mean? Is that going to make sense to you or no?
It does. I mean, that's part of it for sure. And also I think that she's had some experiences that were not great with the family.
Well, they come from a different, mindset. I mean, that's a whole different thought process there, right?
Yeah. Anyway, if this helps Beth and Scott, look at that. We have the 6 of Swords. So the waters will be calming as you move forward. But you see, she's not paddling the boat. She has nothing to do with how fast that boat moves towards the water. She has faith and trust and knowing that she's going towards that sun, towards the calming waters. Okay. So it's almost like don't the more you wrestle, the harder it will be. Does that make sense? Have you ever played that game where you put your finger in that thing and then you pull it?
Yeah, it's a Chinese.
The more you wrestle, the more you try to get out, it gets tighter and tighter. So it's just kind of like, it's one of those, you just come to relax into it. As far as all this energy surrounding all this space family stuff.
And, I think everyone has to do their own thing. I mean, so there's not a lot of people there is a big community for it, but I don't see a lot of it in my group. I've only met one other person who feels really connected to it. And again, she just opened my eyes to it because I didn't really have an idea of what that was, but she communicates regularly with them and she's had some really cool experiences with them. So, if that makes you feel great, then that's your jam. I don't understand it personally. I've never been communicated with them before. Well, yeah, I guess I can't say that I haven't. That's not true. I've had actually very interesting conversations. So she feels alone, and she's felt alone for a long time. I think this is the judgment is, but she got 2 major cards on this one though. See the Hermit card. Remember I was saying just feeling alone, and then the Judgment card. But you know what? There's a big community out there for that, and all you have to speak them, and people love it. I mean, so just enjoy yourself. If it's a jam, then go do it.
Yep. And so blessings to you as you just don't push the river, allow the process.
Yeah, it'll come to you as it needs to.
Spiritual Growth Tarot, Denise, so glad to see you here. Welcome. And if you haven't been on Denise's channel, you better get on there and like and subscribe. Spiritual Growth Tarot. She said she was born in Mercury retrograde too. So this is going to be this is good. You already know this because she's an astrologist too. She already knows this is a good time for her.
Yeah.
I don't have to preach to the choir on that one. Okay.
Very cool. Hey, Jay, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, you're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Hi, Jay. Constance, aura reading. She'd like an aura reading.
Awesome.
While
Okay.
you tap into that, I have to fix something on my computer.
Yep. All right, Constance. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm just going to take a look at your aura and just see what's going on today. First off, I just got an image of just bright pink energy just around you, just above your head. So they're also indicating yellow. So I feel like a lot of enthusiasm in your energy. Something is moving forward for you. It's going to come, and I don't know if it's work related. It feels a little bit work related or career path related. It has a 3 around it. So I feel like something's going to move forward. And I get it in days, months, years. I just throw out a number. So 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. I kind of feel into it, or the month of March. It feels like months to me. I'll be honest with you. So if you've been on a path and you've been trying to figure out which way to go, or if it's the correct path, you got to trust your heart. So the heart chakra came up for you. So I just feel like you just got to trust your heart. I think that that's not easy for you to do, though. So, but feel into it. You know, the best way to trust anything is to get feedback on actually how you feel about a certain situation. But that pink is very, very vivid. I'm just seeing that. And of course, they said yellow. Yellows are more kind of a free spirit energy. Pink energy, and of course, everything fluctuates. I don't always read the aura the way that other people read it. I get a tendency kind of to feel what's kind of going on. But kind of like people with pink energy, to me, it's kind of I hear relatable softness. That's the words that are coming from your energy. And I don't know if you're an animal lover, but I feel like people come to you with a lot of their issues. So I feel like that you're kind of are you a healer by any chance, Constance? Do you do? Okay. Cause I'm like, people come to you like you're like, why are they even talking to me? But you have that energy. It's your aura that draws them closer. So that can be a blessing. I guess depending upon where you are with everything, right? Sometimes it can be an overload, and she's also an empath. Mm-hmm. So, you know, unless you have to have boundaries, spiritual boundaries, you know, whether people are in body or they're dead, speaking of dead people, you know, you got to have boundaries with people. That's the main thing. So I think boundaries, you know, Page of Wands comes up for you around this, whatever's going on. And so when anytime any pages come in, to me, that's kind of like a new birth, I want to say a new thought process, a new way of looking. I'm just getting that only because of the way that he's looking at the wand itself. It also could be inspiration to try something. This is what I'm getting that 3 tied to this. So if it is, I don't know if you've been wrestling with, and I'm going to see if she's read any remarks. Oh, she's had, okay. So empathy is difficult. Okay. You know, for a lot of people when they're empaths, because most of you all are, it's about boundary placement and it's about controlling it. You always are in control of your energy and power, even if you are empathic. I'm going to just tell you a little secret about empaths and energy work, because this is actually a good trick. When you start getting with people and you lean into their energy, now you're more plugged in. Don't lean in, lean out. If you get too much energy going on you, you've got to cross your circuits off. So that means cross your circuits off, because people, especially empaths, they tend to cross off their heart but also their solar plexus. So you see them doing this a lot because they're also so kind. They don't want to hurt people's feelings. Instead of saying, I got to go, or it's too much, or excusing themselves, it's not, they just suffer, right? You don't have to suffer. So don't lean into somebody's energy, lean out. And then you can also drop, one of the things that really helps with, especially, you probably get a lot of people maybe you don't want to be around, I would say. And sometimes it could be family. Drop a brick wall. Sometimes that's going to be really powerful. When people feel, it's like psychic defense. You don't always have to have people around you don't want. And you can also just limit your time with people, right? People will be vampiric if you allow them to be vampiric, right? So, but you're always in charge of your energy and power. There is something going to happen in 3. So 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 hours, girl, because it's coming. But, I feel actually very excited for you. So whatever path or whatever you've been thinking about doing, I feel like it's just really coming. I don't know if you're doing a product. There's something in the works there for you.
Well, I have to agree that something is coming to light. We have the High Priestess, and she is bringing something to light for you. The thing is this lighting. It's been there. It's been growing, but it's been covered for a while. Like it needed to, like when you put bread in the oven, it needed to proof and build. But it's going to be, I feel like Spirit is.
Maybe they're going to spiritually out her.
Yes. Or spiritually out, but also bring something new to the table, or it expands something you're already doing. There's an expansion happening. With something, how we're onions, we have layers, and you're like, wow, like a year ago when I was, reading cards, I thought I was really good, but I'm a year, now I've been doing it for 10 years or whatever. And you think, and you get more enlightened. You know what I mean? The layers are I feel like there's a layer being taken off. I don't know if I explained that well enough.
So basically what she's saying is, get ready, girl, because you're about to get peeled.
Amen. Amen. You are. And look at what happens. So you have the world there. Here's the world. So this new era opening up, this new cycle opening for you. And then you have the Three of Cups. So really uniting. And when I see the Three of Cups for you, I'm seeing a uniting of your body, mind, and spirit. Like I see a beautiful uniting and coming together, which is helpful with this new cycle coming in for you.
What's hilarious is tides. It's not probably hilarious for her, but it is hilarious in the sense, like if you think and look back, right? The more you hide, the more they throw you out there.
Oh, so they do.
Right?
They absolutely will.
You one day, and you'll be like, really? Okay. Yeah, so what Debbie's trying to tell you is that bread's cooked, honey. It's going to be coming out of the oven, so you cannot stop what's meant to be. So it's coming forward. Yeah, that's right. It's kind of exciting, though. All right. You're welcome. That was really fun.
Giving you a big hug, Constance.
Yeah, thank you for reading with us.
Yeah, she's a beautiful healer.
Oh, there you go. You know what? Everyone needs you, and the world needs us right now. Don't go shrink and hide, because you know what? We all need each other right now.
My 5-year-old granddaughter wrote a poem that just came to my mind for you, Constance, right now. And of course, I can't repeat it verbatim because I don't have it with me. But it says something about, little flame. Don't go out, don't hide. Like, don't let your flame out, but also don't hide your flame, basically was what her little poem was, a little 5-year-old poem. But she sequenced it just so perfectly and about letting your light shine, basically.
And tell you what that pink aura is. It's like a beacon, right? So people see you come before you get there, girl. So
right.
Wearing bright pink lipstick, and they're gonna see you, right? All right. Thanks for letting us read. That's very sweet. All right. So we have DCJ. Will my spouse change jobs this year? Well, this has been in the works for a while. I get a 2 around it, so maybe
I got a 2 too.
2 years, maybe. So it's been coming. Or the thought has been. Let's put it this way. The idea has been rolling around for a while, but I think we're in our head a lot about this change. So, and I get this thing, I'm going, stop, but it's like this. It's not, yes, it's just staccato, right? So it's like, not sure. Everything's got to be really lined up for him. It's got to be safe. So I'm not going to do anything that's going to pull me out of a safety zone or put people into any sort of safety issue. He feels very linear to me. So I would not be shocked if he was an engineer or because I see a binary code inside his head. So something that has to do with numbers or things just have to be really lined up. But I see that he looks forward into the future a lot. to see kind of what's going on. And again, if any part of that crystal ball is murky, he's not going to do it. So, you know. But he gets you all hyped up, doesn't he? Right? He gets you all hyped up to go, and then we're moving. We're moving. I'm mentally getting my boxes ready. What am I going to do with that China? We're not going. Right? Okay.
So when I was tapping in, I did see him. I was shown him, shaking a hand, walking out the door, and then going over, and then getting on an elevator that took him up. So I do feel some change there and possible advancement. And when Mary was talking about always looking forward and looking like he's not fulfilled actually where he's at, right? If you're always looking, it's like you're not in the right spot. You're being drawn and called to something that will be more fulfilling, is what I think. He seems not sure what to do. Okay.
Yeah, and I think part of it is also there's responsibility. People have a great responsibility to their families, and they don't want to put them in positions where it's not going to be,
right.
It's going to upset the apple cart, right? So, Blues are loving by nature, and they're very supporting, but sometimes they don't really support themselves. So, and again, there's that kind of a linear quality that he has. Constance, what does he do? I'm just out of curiosity, what does he do? Let's see. I see pen to paper. That's what I just got, but I just want to kind of see what he's doing. I don't know if it's great or just out of curiosity. Just, I'm just a curious cat. I'm a Leo, so I'm a curious cat about this. Engineering. See, I'm like binary code, man. That's like, okay. All right. Well,
that's your symbol for engineering, I think.
I can see binary code, and literally a binary code, like that's what I see in their head. That's hilarious. Okay. Well,
so yeah. Well, I have a lot of major arcana cards here. That's why I'm pausing, because it's like, okay, so this is a deeper thing. And that's why I feel like when I was first stepping in, it's like he's not, there's something missing. Like he's not quite where he needs to be as far as really using all of his gifts and abilities. But I have the Tower. So I do feel some shaking up here, some release, some kind of taking that time to break it down. What does he want? Sometimes it takes breaking it all the way down to see. But on either side, you have on this side of the Tower is the Page of Wands. So that's bringing in someone who is willing to chase adventure, discover new things, a risk taker, right? Being passionate about something.
If you look
on the other side of the Tower,
if you look on that card, Debbie, there's the pyramids of Giza. So it's a very spiritual, sacred geometry.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Giza. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was like that.
Yeah. Interesting. So then you have the strength on the other side of that, and that's another card of courage and taking action and. But know that you have the divine hand on you to take that action. And then we move into these cards, two more major arcanas where you have the Fool stepping out, again, taking that risk and knowing and having faith. And then you have the Hierophant, and with that spiritual guidance and authority, feeling that strength in himself, I feel like, and then you have the Victory.
I think if he did move, he'd be fine. But again, I think it's just a safety thing. I think he thinks about it a lot, but he's not going to put someone in an unsafe position. Even though he feels supported, it's a mental construct with him about duty to family and loyalty. He's a very loyal person, when it goes.
Yeah, well, of course, because he likes he himself, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder what his number, his life path number is.
Yeah, that would be an interesting thing to see.
But it makes sense that he likes structures and lines that match each other.
Yeah, what for him?
But
it's all in the cards, baby. It's all in the cards, right?
Whatever happens, DCJ, it's going to open up and be better for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, since she's not working right now, he is hesitant.
When the time is right, it will happen.
It's going to be fine. I'm telling you, it's all in order.
And there's that victory card.
Yeah, and victory was the last. It's all victory. It's all good.
And the hangman card reversed on me, so he'll get off that. He'll get off that tree, right? Because right now he's got to do a little bit of a tree pose, so uncomfortable, but it's all good. Well, thanks.
When I first stepped in, I got a 2 around it as well. So.
All right. Well, hopefully that helped. It was nice to read for you. He will figure this out, by the way. He really was super. He will. So trust that he will. He's a bright guy. He's going to figure this out, and he'll be okay.
All right. Apurva. Is my relationship with Yogesh leading to marriage?
Okay, right when I tapped into your energy, I just got a huge space of fear in my heart. Like, if this doesn't work, or I don't know, I just felt like deer in the headlights kind of thing. Let's take a look at his energy. Well, for him, he's a green energy. So greens are usually about, is he a green? No, they're saying no, he's not. Hang on, this might be you. So green is secure with money. So you're gonna want someone who is secure as far as bringing in income. That's going to be important for you. So hopefully you're here and you can hear what I'm saying. So hopefully this will make sense to you. He's more a violet and a visionary. So I'll be honest with you, violets and greens, the visionary and the money, there's a little bit of a flex on meshing. So he's got to have that greater vision, and to really support him, it may not look like, violets are kind of like out there, like, I have this greater vision and I need this, but greens are like, but is it going to make money? So violets are, I have this great thing and I want to do this, and greens are like structured. They want to have security. They want to have money. They want to have this, they like the things that money brings. Violets they care about it, but not as much as the greens do. So understand that mechanism. I'm not saying that he's not going to work hard. I think he is smart. I think he's focused, but again, there's a larger visionary image to him. I want to see what your aura is, though. So that would be interesting. Go ahead, Debbie, if you want to tell me. Oh, I did give it. Violet. She's the green and he's the violet. That's what it is. Okay. So, but I did get that thing in my heart, like it just basically shut down, like stopped. I think in a way, like there's some excitement, but I don't want to get like too excited about it, right? So let's see. Well, I'll tell you what, men don't usually introduce people to their family unless they're serious. So that's like a logical thing. I mean, so I'm not going to bring you into my inner circle unless there's something there. So they saying, I prefer a run. Okay, yeah, don't run. Don't run, girl. Don't run. Just wait. Hang on.
And the energy I'm getting around this, Mary, is more for her to really embrace. What does she want out of this? What is she willing not to get out of this relationship? We all have our stuff, right? So what are you willing to work with? It's kind of like that.
She loves herself. That's it. You don't have to change into anyone. He loves you the way that you are. There's acceptance there, but yeah, exactly. What does she want in all of this? This has got to be the clarity question, right?
Yeah. It's like, in every relationship, there's some things that I feel like we have our list, right? There's a couple things sometimes that we have to kind of go, okay, I'm good with it, that they don't that they can't play the piano. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just making that up. But you know what I'm saying?
That's a want and a need are totally different.
Yes. So understand your wants and your needs, and be okay with what doesn't play out. The main thing that you want is someone who is full of love and emotionally, also that is emotionally stable, and not is okay if you are having a moment and they're able to remain calm through your moment, or whatever. But I do see this was a center, and like you said, Mary, I feel like there is two different energies coming together there. But those two energies coming together could, with the Chariot, definitely moving forward, and very often gets to victory there. So
absolutely, and just look what came up for her, the relationship card.
Moving quickly.
This is a weird card. It's the 8 of Wands, and honestly, this card stumped me for years. But Rider-Waite says it's a relationship card. All the arrows are flying up in the air, so it's there. I think it's really on you not to get in your head about it. You know what he just it's. I think look at it rather than get a clump about it. Look at it as like, you know what? I would take off the expectation of what you need to be to show up. Just show up like yourself. He's the more patient between us. Okay, so just show up as yourself. You're going to meet his family. That's exciting. And just got to come to the party as you are,
And you just have to, again, know what it is that you're okay with not being on your list that he doesn't meet. You know what I mean? And we have free will. And I feel like, as I was trying to tap in, it was all about, well, this is still your decision. It's in your hands, and it's more on your side in making that decision than his at this point.
Yeah, and don't get insecure.
Let it play out.
Yeah, he likes what he's dating, so don't get insecure about is this going to work out or not. It's not a test. I don't know if you feel like you're getting tested or you're being under the microscope. That is nothing. He just wants to introduce you to his family, right? Yeah. And that's out of your control what people think. Most likely they're going to love you. So go in there with the thought that he's going to love me. They're going to love me, right? Why wouldn't they love me? I mean, so you got a personality. I can't see it, but you appear to be attractive and you appear to be happy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Who doesn't want all that? Right? Who doesn't want all that? Knight of Swords. So it's going.
Yep.
Don't get in your head about it. You know what? Look on this horse's, look really close on that horse where his eye is. He's got a heart on there and butterflies all over his reins. So this knight knows where the hell he's going, and he's got thoughts, and he sees everything. He's got his visor up. This guy's not making a fool. So he knows where he's going, and the horse is going, okay, I'm going to trust you where we're going. That comes from a pure space. So honestly, when white and red are together, it's alchemaic. So girl, you something, the love boat's there, honey. Get on it and go with it. Just get on that ship because it's sailing. I just probably dated myself, the love boat. Who knows what the love boat is? These guys probably don't know, right? So hopefully that helped. You're welcome. It was fun, a fun read.
Blessings to you.
Yeah, let it come back and let us know how the fam is.
Message from Sonia.
Hey, how are you? Sonia, like as in dead people, or just some spirit as in spirit?
Message from her guides and.
From her guides, not dead people. Okay.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. Oh, see, Sonia knows who the love boat is. Isaac was my favorite. Oh, he was a good bartender, wasn't he? He was a perfect bartender. Yes. And Miss Julie, I think her name was Miss Julie.
Yeah, that's right.
Those were the good old times when
you could
watch it with your family. I don't know what you could watch with your family anymore. I don't even watch TV. I stopped doing that a long time ago, unless it's National Geographic, but then it's graphic sometimes. So I'm like, yeah, she was a Q's director. That's correct. That is correct. Okay. Yeah, he was. Lisa, he was. Isaac was full of beer and smiles and beverages, the alcohol type. We love him. Okay. So let's see. Message from Spirit. Keep going. That's what guides are saying. You got to just pick a direction and go in it. So I don't know, lately I get a 2 and then it rolled to a 3. So I don't know if like this is a repeat, a three-peat, but it feels like, oh girl, look at Wheel of Fortune right there for you. Wheel of Fortune's upright. So it's stable. So whatever's going on, it's just like pick a stable position and just go there. 10 is the 1 of the self, and zeros. The 0 is like an awesome number. It's like everything you could ever want in that number, right? So this is just about, you got all the elements on the card. Everything's upright. It's you know what? It's all good right there. So just whatever, you just said message from Spirit. You didn't put it in the area. I don't know what your career's doing, but
yeah, she.
Or do you know Sonia Ray?
Yeah, I know. She's really diving in her in the spiritual direction. She has a YouTube channel she just started.
Cool.
But it's very different. What she brings to the table is very different. Well, so it's really, really cool.
So you know what? They're working on her third eye. So, oh, very cool. I'll have to go check her.
Yeah, and so the message I was getting, Sonia, is it's like, you know, there may be some rough edges that need to be filed down or whatever, and but be patient and be kind to yourself. Yes, Sonia rocks, and literally, you have something different to offer. Keep it up. You are moving into those calmer waters. Don't worry. I know it's, you know, always kind of feels like a rough, and keep grinding away. You have the Page of Pentacles there. Keep grinding away. I don't want to use grinding because it sounds like, oh, but keep at it. Keep at it.
Yes, subjective, right?
Yeah. And this is the center of the reading. This is the 7 of Cups, but in this, I love this card. It's creative inspiration in this reading for you. So keep dreaming because things will open up for you. Oh, yeah. She said that was the message on her channel this morning. That's hilarious. I missed it this morning. But yeah, so creative inspiration coming for you. So keep it up. You're going to keep getting ways to expand. High spiritual growth. I gave you a shout out earlier when you were here. You might have popped off when I said it. Anyway, so yeah. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups there coming in. So new inspiration, new like coming in, and then the 10 of Cups bringing in that beautiful, beautiful balance.
No, there's the cups. I was like, how's that cups? I see them. They're on top of the balloons. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
You're like, boo, where's the cups?
Like, where's the cups? That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. So this is all about manifesting. And I know it's been a bit of a challenge, but keep it up. Okay? It's
just consistency.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
This whole reading is stay consistent. It will pop in. It will get there.
You don't see anything happening. That's where you have just to have faith. I mean, yeah. You know, if anyone is proof, it's Debbie. Because this girl's pretty damn consistent and she's got a lot of growth. So, you know, I mean, really, it's a testament. So very cool. All right. So hopefully that helped. Nice to read for you. Let us know how you do.
Giving you a big hug, Sonia.
Yep, absolutely.
If anything, just know you're on the right track.
Yep.
You're on the right track. And it's funny because I feel like you came to my mind earlier this morning. Sonia. And I was trying to remember what came in with that message for you. I should have wrote it down when it came in. I'll get it to you when it'll come back to me.
So now we have Dawn, and the question is, what will heal my heart? You know what? Your throat chakra is locked down. So this is about speaking your own truth and getting it out there.
Do you want to do a healing on?
Yeah, I just feel like whatever happened has a 4 around it. So 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, could have been April. It feels like more recent, but I feel like this is connected to some past issue. Like, I don't speak my truth and then I get angry. So it's kind of like, I really feel like, I think the healing for you would be speaking your truth and I also feel like it's boundary issues. So if someone kind of, took advantage of you or said something, or I don't know, I almost want to say didn't keep their word. I feel like it's about that. So the color for you today, though, is violet. And so violets are very sensitive people, especially the energy around the aura. So just know that that's okay. You know what? If you're sensitive and you're sensitive about, what people say, just accept that that's part of it, but look deeper into the messaging. Sometimes when we're sensitive, we're not stepped back enough from the message to get some clear clarity, because it's like the emotions take over, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like opening up your throat chakra, and I can work on that if you want me to. So the color I would actually use on your throat chakra, to be honest with you, is red. So you let me know, do you want me to open that up for you? I think it will dissipate whatever is going on. And I don't know if this is making any sense to you, but
I do have something going on. But I also, what I was hearing for you, Dawn, was, yes, work on my throat chakra.
Okay. All right.
So, what else I was seeing for you, Dawn, is, your spirit is saying to you, and all your guides and all your ancestors, all your loved ones are saying, we now are empowering you. We are knighting you. You are now empowered to harness, this energy that you feel is hurting your heart. You are empowered now over it. It's not empowered over you. Okay. So they're knighting you to do this and step into your power. So you are the one in charge of it. It's not in charge of you. And that can bring in truth and healing for you once you take that power. And I want you to see you. Here you are.
Right.
You are the Page of Wands, and you have it in your hands. It's in your power now. And I like that this is a little girl, because some of this wounding has been revisited from the past. And so this is someone discovering that and being able to chase after it. And you're getting the power to harness that pain. And then on either side of that, I have the Knight of Cups here, fulfilling and healing, and then Temperance there, bringing that. I just love that Temperance came in that spot, because it just brings in that balance and healing that you are hopeful for your heart.
So, Dawn, I'm going to use some red on your throat chakra. So what I want you to do is notice before I apply the red. Once I apply the red, what I just want you to do is just notice what you notice. So right now, just take a note of where you're, how that, I think she's pretty sensitive to energy, so she actually might feel it. So just kind of notice inward what your throat chakra feels like. And now on the count of 3, I'm just going to add the color red, and I'm just going to directly add it. It's a really deep red. Take a deep breath. Also, this might be connected to the father. So I don't know if your father is, was judgmental or kind of judged a lot of what you did or made comments, or there, I feel like there's also a sense of perfectionism that might have been expected. I'm also just going to add blue right in there. Now, the colors for people that don't know are the archangels or the angels that I work with. I don't know who they all are. I do know that the blue in this palette is Michael. So I also added Archangel Michael, which is to remove the fear of speaking your truth. So take a deep breath and just draw that dark red color energy into your throat chakra. And then what happened is it was layered by Archangel Michael.
She said, yep, daddy issues.
So the minute that we start thinking, I got to speak my truth, we freak out. So this is why Archangel Michael's like, well, wait a minute, before you freak out, let me just put some blue on there. It'll calm it down a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. Were you the boy that your dad didn't have? Or did he want a boy? Or there's something connection with a son thing going on there.
Oh, I just was told to pull a angel card for you, Dawn.
Well, she's like, oh crap, maybe. Okay. It's because I'm like, this is a son, father, daughter issue. You know how that works.
Yes,
right?
I do. I've seen it many, many times.
But you know what? Guess what? You don't have to play that role anymore if you don't want to. It's just always a choice now. So I'm just going to finish up her crown chakra with yellow. So take a deep breath, and this is just going to give you an idea to become an idea of who you want to be. That's what the yellow is about. So this archangel is just telling you, well, you know, if you have an idea of who you'd like to be, you need to step into that energy and power and not be afraid to empower yourself. Somehow you feel men are above you and that they are the ones that set the tone. But very honestly, you can do that too. So even though he wanted more of a masculine energy, he, in a sense of it, did not want the masculine energy. If this is making any sense. Sometimes when men are too, they want the sun, then the sun has to carry that burden. So I don't know if that made any sense to you, but that's what I'm just getting. But the yellow is like, now it's your own path, however you want it to be. And it doesn't have to be that way. You know, he expects more yang than the yin. So this is going to be, you know, maybe a conflict or getting back into balance with that. I think what I'm hearing is you need to find a creative outlet.
And
What'd you get?
Surrender to trust. Trust in this process of healing and know that you're safe. And again, step into that empowerment. I love what Mary just said in that about because I just pictured back to what they were showing me with you being knighted, empowered. You no longer have to be underneath the energy of anybody else. You stand up in your energy. You have a unique, beautiful you to bring to the table. And you're meant to be. This is part of the universal working in all its connections. We're all connected. And we, as a little community here, need you to stand in your power and bring you to the table, so to speak. And so it's the same in all areas of your life. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path, but also that you have chosen to stand in your power.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, you don't have to do it in big leaps. It's just going to be just do a little bit at a time. You know, it's like you don't want something, just say no. And it's as easy as that. When you just start saying yes, no to more things that you want to say yes will appear. And it's just as simple as that. You know, you don't have to get into some like I got to do everything right now and speak. You know, just start small.
Put on your big girl panties.
Exactly.
Amen, sister. Amen. Giving you a big hug. And I also want to say thank you for all the love you guys were sharing earlier.
Thank you. I want to go back to actually something. So again, I just want to show you your image real quick. So just so you know, you might have a little bit of a challenge coming up, only because the challenges are going to push you into your greatness. So, challenges are actually a good thing if you can look at that, right? I want to go back to DCJ because she did her life path number. So he's an 11, but you don't reduce it. When you have a master number like 11, 22, 33, 44, and so on and so forth, you don't reduce those numbers. So as that channel, he's a channel really for, if you look at 11, it's 2 pillars. So you see this a lot in the tarot, like the High Priestess sits between pillars, the Justice card. You see the Chariot actually has a couple pillars, but you also see the Moon. So that's a very interesting thing. It kind of is a running thing through that. But these, again, are people that have ideas, inspiration. This is the higher spiritual sense. So this is again, this is also probably why he feels the need to do something a little bit different. Although he has that kind of linear mind, I find it's interesting that he actually is that kind of spiritual number. You're an 11 too, right, Debbie? I'm a 20.
Yeah.
So I'm a builder, but 11.
Yeah, you're the master builder. I'm the 11. I'm more of a, so how I describe the 11, how it works in me is I'm a catapulter. I catapult others into their greatness. Yeah.
No, I think that's exactly what it is. And you have to remember the 1 is about the self and the double 1 is about self, but double 1 and a 2, that's about partnership. So again, it's going to be a safety issue if I'm going to put other people, that person's not going to do that. That's just not going to do that's not in their life path number. But this is the person who is, kind of the peacemaker, the one in between. So
the 11s they inspire people. So that you can see that, if I was a good orator, I could have been someone who was one of those people who, obviously I can't be that because I can't even say what I was going to say. But inspires people to,
we understand,
or whatever. Is some kind of speaker person like that, because you can guide people and move them into their places. They're inspiring. Also,
but you don't have to though, Debbie. That's not, for you, I think it's just you ask. That's more important in some cases than inspiring, because when you ask, you also are able to lead, right? So people come to you for advice, you give it. I think that's great, right?
Oh yeah, I know. My whole life has been an 11. My life has been an obvious 11.
An obvious 11, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
And we tend to be mystical and magical and lean towards that. So kind of airy fairy, and we need to help being grounded more than.
Yeah, and they're inventors too. So 11 are inventors again. It's that energy. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. She went back and did the life path numbers. Yeah, but on master numbers, don't reduce them. The double digits.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to go to Autumn Rain. Will I buy a house this year? If you can get houses, because the inventory is short. So let's see if we're going to get a house for you this year. I would say if you're going to get a house this year, it's kind of like, I don't want to say not to overthink it, but don't overthink it. You know what I mean? Like feel into it. If you get that, I feel like 3 have appeared, or there's a 3 around it. So, or if you've tried to get a house 3 times and it just keeps slipping. I think I want to ask her this question. So have you tried to get a house about 3 times and it just kind of feels like it's slipping away from you? Let me know where you are in there, because there's some message coming through about that. Hopefully I can remember what the message is. So you haven't tried yet. Okay. So I have the Hierophant around it. So this is really about making decisions. What I got around that is just make a command decision when you decide you're going to get the house or you see the house, and 3 houses might be presented to you. I don't know where you live, but in California, the market for housing, and especially San Diego, there's not much product. So it goes really, really quickly. And now offers are being stacked. So, or they're being looked at and they just take the higher one. So it's not right, but that's what they do to play the game.
Right.
So, but this is like, you're the one in charge of this energy. And so it's almost like kind of just making a command decision. Do you need are you buying a house with somebody else, or are you buying it by yourself so you make the decision? This is going to be interesting. So, because if we have to buy it with, a mate or a partner or something, then we have to take into consideration someone else's thoughts, right? So I'm going to just wait to see what she says here. Just out of curiosity.
My husband and I.
Okay. All right. So if you guys can both get on the same page, and I don't know where you live, so I don't know what your market's like there, but if there are not a lot of houses on the market and inventory is low, it's like you just got to been wanting a house for 10 years. Okay. So you just got to be really prepared to go with it. And if you both are on the same page, what makes it difficult in a transaction is when one person is like, oh, I got to overthink it. And the other person's like, let's just do it because they trust themselves. This is more of an empathic impulse, right? And then what happens is if there's no inventory, the house is gone like right away. So if you guys can both be on the same page, I think that's going to really help you to get this. So it's possible. It's possible. I'm not going to say that it's not. I get a 3 around it. So I keep getting that 3. So either three chances. Let's see if it's a number that's coming up. Wanting a house for 10 years. So Spirit, tell me if this is coming up. I feel like it could happen like in the futuristic. So maybe like three months. When the weather is maybe just a little bit better. I don't know. It just feels like that. We're not really in spring yet. So
did she say where she was from?
No, she just said when wanting a house. That would help if I could feel into the area.
Yeah.
Be in that area just to see, but that's a major card. So, but this is saying, you know what, we're going to do it and we're going to both be on the same path. I don't see what she's saying on that. So. So this is a house is emotional. It's going to be an emotional buy. So you know what? It's like
Pennsylvania.
You're never going to be ready. Like, everyone goes into buyer's remorse right after they place, after your bids accept. You're like, why did they accept my bid? Right? You're just like, why did I do this to myself? It's totally typical. Buyer's remorse always comes up, right? Because it's a huge purpose, a purchase, right? It's probably one of our biggest Pennsylvania. Okay.
So when I was stepping in, Autumn, I feel it's almost like there's a hesitation. It's like you guys need to want it. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of kicking around and, okay, there's not like a spark or something underneath this ad.
I think you're afraid to buy in.
Okay, there's something about that hesitation, but I do see that it's possible that you can. So it's a yes on that. And, but here you've been dreaming about it, but not really stepping into the light about it. But then you come into the Ace of Swords there. So you're going to get some clarity. There's going to be some breakthrough and maybe some action forward with it. But once you get that clarity and and you get that spark, I feel like you will move towards it. You have the King of Wands here. So this is somebody who sets the vision in place. He's a visionary. He steps into it. He makes things happen. He's action oriented. So really stepping in and taking action and bringing in this expansion for you guys. So yes, it's a great possibility.
And the thing is, I think
the debt that has been holding them back, but I feel like I didn't get any coins.
Yeah.
I didn't get any coins.
But I'm also thinking though, Debbie, it's like when I saw some books, it's kind of like you can experience life through a book, but you can't experience so I can read all about buying a house, But until I go and make a bid on a house, I don't know what that's going to be like. You know what I mean? Even if you don't get the house, what Debbie's saying is like, it just gets you motivated. You know what I mean? Because then it's always like something away from you, something far away, when in fact it could be right in front of you. But you got it. Maybe it's that motivation. Like, you know, I have debt. No one's going to give me that. You don't know that. I mean, I really hope that you step into it and maybe just even really feel your dreams and what this is like. Because you know what? You never know. You know, you just never know. I mean,
never know.
But if you keep it at arm's length, it remains at arm's length. Remember, everything is energy.
All right. Blessings to you. Good luck.
Good luck. Yep. Harry's mom, 2008. Do you see love in your future? Girl, we always feel love in your future. Let's see what the love looks like. There's always love around. Let's see. So I feel like there's a 2 around this, but it's connected to also kind of like past memories or past. I trying to figure out if this is you just started getting back into dating, or it almost feels like 2 relationships. I've got to kind of see a little bit of, ask guys to get me a little more clarity around this. But I feel like kind of feel like I'm throwing in the towel. Don't do that. It's don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. I feel like I get close and then I'm like, this isn't going to work. So then I back myself out. The Emperor is waiting for you, girl. Sitting on that cube of manifestation, but you got to be able to manifest that forward for you. 1 and the 5, 1 is the self and the 5 is change. So there's just a mental block there for you on there, but that cube's sitting right there for you, right? I mean, this, you know, maybe it's the Ram energy of, have you been in with narcissists or controlling people? You just don't want to lose, you know, freedom, right? So depending upon what your dating style is, a lot of people get into avoidant behavior where they like their freedom and they see marriage as a trap. So they want to get married or they want to have a partnership, but yet it seems like there's something going to be taken away from me. So I would say just examine that, because love is always possible, right, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, anytime, anywhere. I mean,
yeah, and I really feel
like it's close. Like I can feel it, but I get this thing like.
Well, and when I stepped into the energy here, I felt like Harry's mom, that you, it's like really being comfortable in your own skin, or just comfortable with fully with yourself, that you know that you're strong enough that you don't have to change for someone else.
No.
Be completely yourself and be comfortable in that. What I was seeing was so comfortable, and that and this is the scene I was seeing. And of course, this is metaphor, but it's basically a story for you. And that you're sitting there and you're just contemplating the sunset, and you have like a cup of coffee or whatever you want in your hand. And someone comes up behind you and they put their hand on your shoulder, and you just turn and you just go like this and put your hand on, and you look up, and it's just comfortable where you didn't change, they don't change, the energy just fits really well. And I did get the Temperance card, and I really like that for relationships, because this is coming in and it's not taking away, it's bringing in an ebb and flow of beautiful balance for you guys. And then I do see, again, I have the Page of Cups, and that's love coming in too. And so right now it's more about, manifesting. You have the 7 of Pentacles here, taking inventory of you and what you want, what you're looking for. So this is about a manifesting and a love reading. And I have the Knight of Cups coming in. All right.
She's got
yes. Oh, well, there you go. 9 is
way. I mean, but here's the conflict. I want it to come in, but yet I'm stopping it because I'm afraid now to get hurt. So you can have love like all day long, like, but if again, if it was a controlling person that you've had in your past, or you've been with narcissists and you just don't want to be controlled, remember, you can make this how it is. Look at that horse again with a heart on its rein. I mean, I'm not kidding.
I love that.
This card has come up. So
yeah, that's true. On all in the love readings. And this one has come up in all the love readings too.
Oh yeah, that is too. But look,
empowered.
Like out, right? Like, don't get near me. That's the avoidance style, right?
Stand in your power, and that's okay. And know what you want. But yeah, be careful, and you're not, putting the hand, like Mary says.
Interesting. You know what's interesting? If I said to you, love was you said, is love in my future, was very open. But what if I said to you, and feel how this makes you feel, because this is going to be very telling. What if I said love was coming in tomorrow? Like, does that make you feel excited? Or are you like, holy crap, like, I'm not ready for that? Where are you with that feeling? Because that's going to totally, because guys are like, you got to tell her that question, because that's going to give you a measure where you are. The block in your aura right now is going to be, let me just tell you where that is. I'm not going to guess where that is, because guys are going to tell me. I have a feeling, but I'm just going to let them. So I'm going to clear I'm going to go to neutral.
Love's coming in tomorrow. I have to go shave my legs. I'll be back.
Exactly. You know where it is? It's in your crown. It's a thought process. You examine past relationships, because that's what's going to hold. She's like, holy crap.
Holy crap.
So this is a mental constraint for you. This is a mental behavior block that you keep thinking you're going to, if you examine your behavioral patterns with who you pick, and don't pick that person, but you got to be ready for the ones that you don't pick all the time. So, a lot of times we just assign ourselves, there's typically a behavioral pattern and a behavior that we always assign, that we draw to ourselves. So it's a narcissist or whatever, or non-committing. So whatever that is for you, really look and see what that is. Because if it's a holy crap moment, there's going to be a real big conflict, and it can come, but it's not going to come easy, because you're always going to be like, something's going to happen. You know what I mean? So the guys are like, you got to ask her that question, because this is going to be very, very telling. So work on that.
Yeah. That was a good question. I'm going to have to remember that. Spiritual growth. Yes. Everyone subscribe to Sonia's channel. And here it is. This is Sonia's channel.
Very cool.
All right.
We're getting close. Okay. So it's 6:04.
Yes, we are close.
You always pick the good looking narcissist. See, that's exactly what that Emperor card is.
Oh,
that's the Emperor card. That's exactly the narcissist. That's why they were like narcissist. So you know what? Feel into it. You can tell a narcissist, they're all nice in the beginning, but then they just start playing tricks on your mind. So that's probably why you're hesitant to get back into the relationship zone, but.
Did I spell it wrong, Sonia? I'm so sorry. I am dyslexic, Sonia. Oops. I'll fix it. Sometimes they won't allow you to put links in the chat is the problem. Yeah, I'm the worst speller in the history of spelling. Okay, general read for Aura. And Aura. General read and Aura. Demise.
Okay. Well, I got green for you today. That was the first thing that came in. Has money been on your mind lately? Also, I got yellow. It's like kind of yellowish green. So it's about will and bringing that in. Income, finances, anything like that. So that's the first place that it's I'm just really questioning that when I get in there, like what's going on. So there's some confusion in that area for you, if that makes any sense to you. Can you let us know on that, please? Like wanting to make more money, but if a lot of that plays out like I'm in a job, but then I don't get raises, or I want to do something, but then I'm not sure I'm going to get it, or you know what I mean? Like job or anything like that. That's where I'm actually feeling it though for you, and a yellow and the green aura. Let me see where it's hitting you though. Finance. Okay, so do some finance and planning. Okay, all right. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so that's hitting you on the third eye, which is vision. Do you know what, have a clear vision of what is actually what your finances look like? Sometimes what I see with a lot of clients is they're kind of frightened to take a look at their finances because it's usually not as bad as what we think is in our mind. It's like, but income related and investments. Okay, all right. So I don't know if you've made investments, but when I felt into the word investment, it felt like it was kind of going like this. So maybe the growth isn't what you might have expected from it. Or if you're trying to invest, you're thinking, how is this going to play out? Or do I want to spend that much money, and how's it going to play out over time? Oh, I'm getting all choked up.
Yeah, usually Denise, when I've stepped into your energy, Denise, there's usually that calmness. And when I first stepped in, I felt that initial calmness that you usually just bring because of who you are and just in general, your being offers that calmness. But I had some anxiety this time. So I did feel that initial anxiety as well, Mary, when you were talking. And I have the Tower card. So I do feel like there's something not quite put together, something breaking down, something could be a chaos. But this is in the past position, so don't worry, it's not coming in. It's something that you're working through, but you're stepping into something new here. So it goes like that. So it goes from I'm getting a lot of major arcana tonight, Mary.
I know. I was like, read with major arcana tonight. That's like that's that whole deck right there.
So you have the Tower, but it's moving into the Fool. And you can see that she's full on manifesting and going to be stepping out in faith into this new beginning. No limitations you have with this one. Free spirit, disregarding any risks, stepping out. You know what I mean? And the middle of this whole reading is the sword, the Ace of Swords. So that clarity is coming. This is all books around that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I saw. It was like, okay, because that's why I saw the books on there. But I think it's not coming as fast, or like it might have been a hope or an attachment that it would come in differently than maybe it's not paying off as fast. So
right
now I'm doubting myself, kind of like, what am I doing? Did I make the right decision? And I don't know if there were two investments that you had a decision to make and you're thinking, gosh, maybe I picked the wrong one.
And I feel with this, I feel good about it though, but I understand the anxiety because of this. And then you have like, this is kind of a self-imposed anxiety, right? So you kind of put yourself in there. But this changes. This will change. Like you can step out of this feeling because you are the magician. Look, two more major arcana. So you have here it goes this way. Yeah. You step into that magician energy and then the high priestess, right? So
there you go. Use your intuition on it. Yeah.
You have all the tools to make this work. You're skillful at this. And I feel like this is the beginning of something new. So just hold on. And, this is a mystery. You have that high priestess. It's almost like, okay, this is a mystery. You stepped out in faith. Have that faith and allow that mystery to come in. I know that you're feeling this is what you feel a little bit, but you have way more good things on this side. So
is this tied to your investment stuff, tied to your retirement? Because they keep talking about your retirement. Like planning for retirement, like what you're trying to set up. That's what I kind of feel like the anxiety is about. Kind of like the insecurity.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
It's delayed. It'll come up. Oh yes, she says.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that having to do with retirement? Is that what that yes is?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm feeling like this is really just tied to that. So this is about just a safety and security issue.
And you did step out in faith. You had clarity. Oh,
this is her portfolio. It's a balanced portfolio. One is not going to have extreme growth. And this is where I think you're beating yourself up. And again, there's that 2 that came up. Like, did I choose the right one?
Yeah.
Or instead of putting all my eggs in one basket. But I really do think that for you, you might have risked expanding your portfolio, but I don't think it was a bad thing.
I don't either. You had all the correct information. You had all the tools. You sat on your intuition. You made it happen. You stepped in, and now it's just you know how this works. You got to.
She's in transition in a job.
Yeah, it's so hard, But I feel like it's.
You know what happened? She got triggered. She got triggered because of her job transition.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Were you fine until your job transitioned? Because what's going to happen is if you are the type of person that likes safety and security and likes having things in order, and then all of a sudden something changed in your job and you're about safety and security, right? Because that's on Maslow's theory, that bottom scale. Yeah. Right? That's where all the foundation sits. And all of a sudden it triggered something about, I can't be safe. What's going to happen? What am I going to do with these? Maybe I made a wrong investment. What if I don't have it? See what I'm saying? Like, I think you just got triggered.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're a planner. Well, hello. Yeah. Just, you know what? I just think sometimes plans don't always go the way that we think they're going to go. And we're married to the plan. Plans are just a plan. I mean, it's a blueprint. But we in construction, sometimes they have to change the blueprint, right?
And Denise, with all these cards, all the cards I got it was all major arcana and one not, you know what I mean? What Spirit is saying is they got your back and you're going to be okay. And just hold on, have faith. I'm giving you a big hug because I completely understand this.
You didn't do GameStop, did you, honey? You didn't do the GameStop, did you? I think she's a careful investor, but I'm just laughing about it.
I don't think she would have stepped into that. She doesn't seem like the type to be.
With this transition, with all of this moving and all the planets moving, right? I'm laughing because like GameStop was not. It was like out of the ordinary, but I'm like, this is what they talk about. This is what they're talking about. Like people are like giving it to the man, right?
I know.
Never, ever seen a time.
No.
That's we had, that issue in the beginning of the year last year. We've had a bunch of change, and now we just have this GameStop thing where people are just like, screw.
I know.
But I was just laughing though because I'm like, I knew that she did it, but I was like,
yeah, I know. Can you imagine? Yeah, she absolutely. That would be a no. That's funny even thinking about it. Anyways, Denise, I'm giving you a big hug.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're golden. You're golden. You can breathe and release that tonight and have a good night's sleep.
Let it go. Just let it go. Right?
Let it go.
Triggered. That's all you got to know. You just got triggered.
Just triggered.
Let me get yourself out.
Good catch, Mary.
Yep. You're welcome.
All right, Linda. Message from Spirit and Aura reading.
Like spirit from dead people, or just spirit? Like spirit guides.
Guides.
Spirit guides. Okay, got to just be clear. Let me what page we're on? A higher page or the lower page? Okay. See a lot of flowers blooming for you. Let's see. That's a metaphor. What's blooming? Okay, so Flowers are blooming, but you're picking off the petals. So are you doing some sabotage stuff going on? Let's see what we're doing, because the petals are there and then all of a sudden the petals are leaving.
Mm.
He loves me not. He loves, but
Oh, yeah.
sabotage, I feel like our mind wants to sabotage something, because I always ask clients, how are you going to F it up? Because we're going to have a plan and then you're going to try to F it up, but we need to know how you're going to do that. I'm not saying you are, but there's petals missing. So if this makes any sense to you, flowers are blooming,
Yep. And I have to pause right here because I think it's funny that Beth Galactica, she says, I'm drying my everything, LOL. I refuse to buy bigger pants. So she's air drying everything instead of putting it in the back. And Book says, they don't make clothes like they did when I was under 40.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Her aura is yellow today. Yellow is free spirit. And let's see what's affecting what area. You got a crown chakra. So it's up in your thoughts, Bye, Spiritual Growth Tarot. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, giving you a big hug, Denise.
So let's see.
Thank you for hanging out. Love it.
Let's see. So they just showed me green as part of what's kind of I don't want to say it's a forethought thought, but money. So what's going on with the money, if anything?
So funny.
She got the 6 of Wands.
So
yeah, and I feel like I need to put blue on her.
Having a little victory over something, but what would that be?
You know what? He's not looking at it. I don't see the victory.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm getting from this card. I know it's victory, but I'm not going to see the victory. I don't know. I just need to give you some blue, girl. So I'm going to just I'm going to coat your aura with blue. That's Archangel Michael. I think it's like a spiritual hug for you. I think you need one. Reassurance. That's all. I don't know if she's still here. BJ.
Linda, are you still here?
So she's here. I want to wait till she feels her energy.
Just let us know if you're here, Linda. If not, we can just finish. I'll just talk right now while we're waiting for her, because sometimes they come back to listen further if they are unable to stay. So to continue on this, Linda, I feel like there's been a shift for you. And I have the Wheel of Fortune coming in here. And I feel like this is a transition for you, but it's moving, it's positive. It's offering you this positive transition, letting go of some past things. I feel like you've had some situations that it wasn't a win-win situation that you were in, but this is changing for you, okay? And this also speaks of transition. You have 2 transition cards here with the Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune. And sometimes you just have to surrender to that cycle and let go of some things that it wasn't a win-win, or whatever it was, whatever this energy means for you, because you're not here. And this is kind of general. So, and then stepping into the energy, this will open up, you put in that effort, it's going to reap rewards for you and whatever this energy means for you. Okay. This is a good shift.
Yeah. So the colors that you got for your aura were just in the center. So this is kind of on your throat and your heart area, even though it looks like it's more than that, but it is. So it's blue for Archangel Michael, and then they put red. So this is just, to me, the red for you is inspiration to just keep going. So they're also saying just get out of your head.
Like, yeah, that's exactly. Exactly. It's get out of your head. This is not a win-win situation when you're in your head.
Well, we do better when we're sitting with our intuition, which is not the logical side. That's where creativity can come in, and it makes room for ideas. But if we're trying to sit on our logical side and we've done it, trying to think like, let's think really hard, what it does, it just shuts off any sort of creative idea or answer to come through, and it just doesn't work. So whenever you're stuck, sit in meditation and just allow the answer to come to you, because the more you think, the more you shut off. You're just going to shut everything off. So, you know what, just have faith and trust. We always forget to like ask for help, right? Because we're not tuned in that way. But if you ask for help, spirit will definitely show up, and, you know, they're going to help you. So, you know, you just have to remember and ask the angels. They're happy to help you too. They're like always on standby, right?
Right. Yep.
Just
exactly.
They're there for you, and they're happy to help you, you know?
So we're going to take one more.
Okay.
So one more question coming up. And if we didn't get to, I'm so sorry. I know that's a bummer when you've been waiting and you're like, so I apologize for that, but I will be back on Sunday at 11:11 Mountain Time or 1:11 Eastern Time, if that helps. And Karen and I will be on to answer your questions again. Okay, so we will see you then. We're on all the time. We'll get to you.
Debbie's here a lot.
Jima.
So I feel like this is really important to you. There's a 1 around it. So something transitioned for you like last week or something. It's very, very.
I was just going to say, Mary, I feel like didn't you just have someone passed away like last week?
Or I feel like she just really just needs that support from her parents. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know, we get a lot of support from our parents, most, like, you know, if you've had a really good relationship with them, and when they're not there to give you that physical hug, that information.
Well, I think, you know, how when you have had a lot of loss in your life, and then you lose someone again, it opens everything up.
Is that what you're saying? She just had a loss last week?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Because there's a 1 around that, whatever this is. So
yeah, that would make sense. Jima, is that correct?
So is this a man that transitioned? Because that's who's waving to me right now on my right side.
I don't. Her stepmother. But she does have a man that recently.
Because there's a man here on this side.
Was it your brother-in-law, Jima, that she'll let us know. She'll tell you. But I'm gonna.
Your brother, because this person just shut
brother.
So this spirit was like, I'm getting in there, and no one else is getting in there first. I think they're coming forward because they know that you need that hug. Okay, so it's your brother, because
he passed away recently, and her stepmom died last week.
Okay, but your brother was like, I'm getting in there because I need to just make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
We love, like, support, and also I feel like a protection. So if he was your protector in this lifetime, know that he's on the other side. You know, he's like opening up a treasure box and saying, look at all the treasures that you have, even though, you know, they might be in a different format, they're still in this treasure box. So look at that. And it could also be, do you have things in a box of memories, memorabilia? Because I also feel like part of this is to look at that box, or look in that box as a kind of reminder to, you know, when people wear things or use things, their energy or their essence goes into those things. So when you hold artifacts from, say, your parents or for someone, even keys, you're going to pick up their essential energy never leaves. It's always the same, even on the other side. And you're going to, I think what your brother's saying is look in that box whenever you feel like you're alone. Because I'm feeling like very isolated and alone, like I'm going through this alone. I feel a little angry, to be honest with you. Like, why am I going through this alone? No one's stepping. And I'm sorry. And that's part of grief. So you know that there's nothing wrong with being angry. Your brother's specifically saying, go and look at that box. Like our energy is in that box. Like we haven't forgotten you, but you need to go and hold those items or be in those items. And he keeps saying, look in the box, look in the box. Then he's kind of funny. He says, life is like a box of chocolates. Do you like brothers or what? I mean, this is, life is like a box of chocolates. Thank you. That is kind of funny. Maybe he's got a good sense of humor. That's what he feels like to me.
I have a female coming forward, and I have everybody here. The whole gang's here, Jima. But a female came forward, and she's just cupping your face, just very endearing, and just saying, just how she just started pouring out words of adoration and in support of you, as far as you're loving, you're kind, you're beautiful, you're strong. All these. It's not adoration. What word am I looking for? You're beautiful. You're strong. What's that word that encompasses those?
Affirmations?
Affirmations. Thank you. She's pouring in these affirmations, and she's just cupping your face and looking into you and pouring affirmations into you. I feel like she's making up for lost time here. That maybe she didn't say it enough, or she should have said it. I don't know where this energy lies with that, but I feel like she's making up for lost time, and she's just cupping and just pouring in this adoration and affirmations. I feel like it's your mom as well, and just like breathing it into you, so it becomes your story. Because you've taken on some other little things along the way, and she wants you to let those go and really hold on to. You didn't know her, but she wants you to have this. She's pouring this adoration into you. So maybe that's the feeling I was getting about making up for lost time, because she didn't get to do that for you. She wants those to be a part of your story.
By any chance, are you Scottish? Bye, Jody Ann. Take care. Oh, bye, Beth. I guess Beth is gone. Beth is gone.
Bye, Beth. Have a great. Oh, Beth.
Someone just showed me.
Oh, yeah. Bye, Beth. Thanks for hanging out.
Okay.
Jima, not that I know of, she says.
Okay. So I just was shown a thistle. It could be also strength. Thistles grow in the most unusual places, and they're really, really tough. When I was actually talking to thistle, because I'll talk to plants, it said, I have these thorns to keep people away from me, only the people I do only want near me.
Oh.
Well, it could be a metaphor also, like being thistly and keeping people away because you don't want maybe support from people around you, or you do this yourself. But it's kind of like when we're the thistle, no one can get near us, but it's also keeping out what we really actually need. So it's a form of protection, but that's just what I got. And that was shown to me in the jewelry box. So,
it's interesting too, Jima, is your mom presents almost like an angel. She's very angelic. And you said you never knew her?
Yeah.
Stepmom, yeah. So this is not stepmom. No, this is This is more of an angel, like just a different. I've not seen, when I've done these for you before, Gma, I've not met this person, I don't think. But anyways, it had a mom feel, but not stepmom. She wants to bring in a new story for you. It's like you now get this like second chance to now recreate your story. And embrace all those adorations and affirmations when you were one. Okay, so that makes sense. So she's been your angel, and I see her over you when you're sleeping and just breathing these words in, trying to bring that strength and knowledge of who you are. Okay, so rewrite your story, Gma. I mean, you know what I mean when I say rewrite your story?
Yeah.
New script, new script.
Well, they're always around us, that is for sure, especially in our times of need. You know, we just may not be consciously aware of where they are. So, and then.
But I am giving you a big hug, Gma.
A lot of love to you. You're not alone, for sure. Lucienne says she likes that word thistly. Thistly. It could be
thistly.
New word I'm making up.
All right. So, wow, lots of messages tonight. I feel like I got some messages out of the messages.
Yeah, lots of cool messages tonight.
I always get messages out of the messages. I'm going to pull one last card for us all before we go. It rhymes with Sicily. It does. Lucienne, your mind is always on that.
Thank you, Lucienne, for everything. We appreciate you.
Yes. Blessings to all in the chat tonight. And please visit our YouTube channels, like, subscribe, share. Please, if you want a personal reading, find our stuff. I missed Vibrational Realist tonight. She usually posts all our stuff for us.
Oh, yeah. I knew there was someone else that posted all that. Lucienne's got her hands full. So
yeah, Lucienne has that one. And anyway, so the card, it says surrender stress. So I feel like that was quite a theme tonight. So surrendering some of that stress that we hold on to. Look at her.
I'm also surrendering.
Love that surrender. And take a few deep breaths and exhale. And the tension you've built up in your body, let the stress go as you come back to center. This is one of my favorite cards. Coming back to center, guys. So when you feel it getting overwhelming, just take that deep breath and come back to center and harness that energy. And you take power over it instead of it taking power over you.
Absolutely.
As you can.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
And whatever you do, don't buy GameStop. That's over. Don't buy GameStop.
Don't buy GameStop. Hilarious.
All right. It's been fun, you guys. Thank you all very much. Again, Lucienne, thank you. Thanks for moderating for us. We really appreciate it. Lucienne saying, okay, break out the vodka. So she's like, I'm going to go drink now. I'm going to go have dinner right now. So
yeah, that's good.
Love you guys. Thank you all for being with us tonight. Abby, thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you all. Thank you, Mary, for being on.
A couple of weeks.
Yep, a couple of weeks.
Well, the world will have shifted in a couple of weeks. I can almost guarantee.
It sure will.
Right? Girl. Wow. Well, it's going to happen in a couple of weeks, but even a couple of weeks since I've seen you. Yeah, man.
It's been like a year. I know.
Modern times, girl. Modern times.
It is.
Oh, boy.
Love you guys.
Okay, everyone. Bye.